Hello and welcome to another update video about CRV. Had a lot of questions about this coin. I did make a video, I think about it last year it was, and I said it might be interesting if it makes another low, but then it basically dropped too low. I never looked at it again. So we want to take a fresh look at the chart because I had a lot of requests. This is the lifetime chart on the Binance. We can see a clear 5-wave move up. That's pretty clear initially, which is not bad. Okay, I mean, that is pretty much what we want to see. We want to see a 5-wave move up initially. The problem that I have when I look at a chart like that and when I see that the price broke through the lifeline, the 78.6 fib level of the lifetime chart, and it did break it a few times, that indicates a lot of weakness. Okay, now typically what you would say is, and when you're just looking at the waves visually, you would say, okay, I've got a 5-wave move up. I've got a 3-wave move down so far. Could consider that an ABC structure. Oh yeah, I've got a wave 1 up here. I've got a wave 2 down here. And you could say, right, I'm now looking for a 3rd wave rally. Great. Right. That would be ideal, but I don't think we've got that situation on this chart. At least it is not evident. Even though if you're just sort of putting the wave somewhere and just use visual wave counting, you could come to that conclusion. The problem I have though is that I have, yes, 3 waves down, that's fine, but 2 problems. The first problem is it broke below the 78.6 retracement just recently again. That is bad. That is really bad, okay? Most coins that do that may never see a new all-time high. Now, I'm not saying this is impossible. It certainly can. I know there are always a few people offended when I have a critical view about certain charts, but that also protects a lot of my followers from bad decisions, in my opinion. Right? In the end, you need to make your decision for yourself. I can only take a look at the chart, and unless a chart is really good, I don't want to point it out, okay? Surely, again, anything can happen. It can certainly rally to the upside, yeah, for sure. But I am interested in what should happen, not what could happen. So the problem is, again, it broke below the 78.6 fib level. That's sort of an old rule, an Elliott wave rule, that if that breaks and price sustains below it, and it clearly does because it's just broken it again, that it might never, it certainly is not impulsive to the upside, okay? So that leaves me with an unclear situation where actually it looks like as if we're going to come down in 5 waves. So I've got the white wave count here, which would be the bullish scenario. Bullish, not really bullish, but sort of bullish. You can see clearly that I'm not counting it as a wave 1 up and a wave 2 down, purely for the reason that I don't have a situation in which price has shown me any sign that it has bottomed, and it also broke below the 78.6 fib level. So for me, the only really reason to, or the only way for this to be bullish is an ABC structure. A wave, B wave, and then the C wave up could be an impulse or an ending diagonal, which is certainly something you want to avoid. Because an ending diagonal, yeah, while it can go up, it will be extremely messy, slow, and so on. It certainly wouldn't point towards an impulse. So that is possible. But also only if the, the December low is holding or November low. And that's at 39.7 cents. Now you could say it's pretty clear it will hold. Well, we'll see, okay? It's suffering a lot at the moment. If we talk about that white wave count, okay, which is the bullish interpretation, as I said, it needs to hold that 39 cent level. And we can draw the fibs here. And it gives us wave 2. And it gives us a clear level, actually. Yes, 39 is the make or break point, but it's already below 51.2 cents, where I would say, okay, this is likely not going to work out. So the white wave count, make or break point, is the 39 cent level. Or actually, it's 40 cent level. The level where probabilities are shifting further towards the yellow count, that's already below 51.2 cents. That's the 78.6 retracement. And the problem also is that if the white wave count is playing out, I don't have an impulse here. This could, again, only be an ABC structure to the upside. So it would only work as an ending diagonal from here to the upside. That's more something now for the Elliott wave nerds, as I am. Okay, but be aware that as long as we don't have a 5-wave move up, it points rather to the downside, or probabilities to the upside are very low. It can always happen, by all means, okay, but anything can happen. But we are more interested in what really should happen, yeah? So, okay, that leaves the door open to this red wave count, which would be bearish, which would give me here, and that would be further confirmed below 51.2 cents, that we get 5 waves down. Now that leaves me with a situation where I have a potential 5-wave move up, which I would probably have to count as a WXY structure, which would be possible, and the 5-wave move down, so it's certainly a good idea to avoid it, in my opinion. It would then, after the 5 waves down, also be able to rally, but probably only in an ABC correction, which could be a bull market rally, but it might not go to a new all-time high, and then new lows, okay? So my assessment of this chart is, as long as I don't have an impulse off the lows, for me, that's a chart to avoid. Of course, it can always rally, but it would only be a diagonal, and then I would rather pick a chart that shows me an impulse. Yeah, and there is not much more to add. So again, the 51.2 cent level is critical, and then the 40 cent level. I mean, below that, we're basically losing all support levels anyway. You can see that overall volume is reducing as well. Selling volume has increased though, and there's just nothing bullish about this chart at the moment, in my opinion. If things change, we can always change the opinion. Yeah, then we need to follow an impulsive structure to the upside, or when it becomes clear that this ending diagonal to the upside is working out. But then, is it really an attractive chart if it gives me a larger degree ABC structure? Probably not, okay? Because for anybody who's not so familiar with Elliott wave, if I'm telling you here, okay, this could be an ABC, there are, as far as I know, not really any charts that ever succeeded that journey, okay, when they started a chart with an ABC. Right, that's my update about CRV. That's my update about CRV. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.